with this process and how it's different is the abrasive doesn't impact the surface with force like it does in a dry blasting process. And most people that operate a dry blasting machine will tell you how extremely dirty and messy the process is, and then also how frustrating it can be. What we do is you combine the same abrasives that are normally used in a dry blasting machine, but we combine it with water. And sometimes a detergent, if you need a detergent in the water, or if you need some sort of rust preventative in the water. And what it does is it flows across the surface. And think about thousands of tiny little abrasive particles running across the surface, scrubbing away the contaminants. Not forcefully hitting the part surface and abrading the contaminants, but rolling across the surface. And that's where your finishes are different.
It's not just a blast cabinet. You're not just sandblasting a part so that you can paint it. You're actually vapor blasting a part so that you can see where do you want to take it to the next level.
We're trying to tell them that, this is a completely different process. We'll talk about it, and he's like, think about it as water, it's going through, it's washing, it's not staying. And then, he has those pieces in his hand, and he's like, look at it, and he's showing them the carb and the jets.
We're finding out just by playing with it that it does things that we never even imagined.
It's amazing what you can do with that machine, just on old parts that you think are too far gone, and especially with the air tank. It did not look like this when we first got it. I mean, it had paint all over it. It looked rough.
We can give you a finish way better than that with less time, more efficiency, less damage.
It does amazing things. It's like a magic wand. It takes a 40-year-old rusty piece of junk and makes it look brand new.
We honestly thought when we bought this machine, we were going to take this engine apart, we were going to vapor blast, the engine components, we were going to get a really neat finish out of it, and we didn't know where it would go from there. I didn't realize that people would actually call and send us parts from across the country wanting us to do this finish because it is so unique.
It's very handy, it's very time-saving. I mean, you can sit there with wire brushes and solvent and all that sort of stuff for hours and hours and never get this result.
This is a 1928 Star. This is Billy Durant's answer to the Ford Model A. Well, the body frame is actually wood. That's the way they did it back then. And the engine's actually produced in 1927, so that makes it 93 years old. And a new run was into cars, so we were talking one day, and I knew this had been sitting in the garage for a couple of years.
Right.
So he told me what was wrong, and I said, well, let's tear it down, clean it up, put it back together.
Actually, when we were very surprised, took that thing apart, and it looked like it just been done.
So I was asking about a place to get some sandblasting done. And he said, we just had a manifold done by this outfit. And he said, it really came out nice. So actually I came over expecting sandblasting. But this will work fine. We need to do the whole car.